Welcome to Orange County's Kitchen. I'm Celeste White, and I'm here today with Olive Mackey, and we're going to talk about pulp. You're probably wondering why we're going to talk about pulp. And really, Olive, why are we going to talk about pulp?
Well, with the beginning of the year, everybody always makes all of these commitments about what they're going to do and how they're going to change their life. And most of the time, they start out with the thing of juicing. And when they juice, they end up with all this pulp that they have left over, and they just don't know what to do with it. So most of the time, they compost it, and they just keep composting.
And so you have some pulp here, carrot pulp, right?
Correct.
And this is a byproduct of your juicing, right?
Yes, yes. And that was from juicing this carrot juice right here. Yeah.
So you have both the carrot juice and the pulp, and lots of different pulps from whenever you're juicing. So what were the benefits of using the pulp?
Well, main thing is, we've taken away the fiber when we first juice. And so we want to put that fiber back in us at a different time. Now, when we first start the thing of juicing, we use the juice so that it can just enter our cells and we can get the benefit of it without our bodies having to process the fiber. So we want that fiber. And honestly, for the money that we pay for our juice fruits, we want to use it.
Yeah, and it probably has nutrients too, fiber and vitamins and nutrients and things like that. So you have a recipe for us today that we're going to make, and it's using pulp, the carrot pulp, right?
Right,
the byproduct of juicing. So what is the recipe?
It's going to be a breakfast pudding, and we're calling it a breakfast pulp pudding.
Breakfast pulp pudding.
Yeah, say that 10 times.
Yeah. It doesn't sound that good, but I bet it's really going to be good. So let's get started. How do we get started?
All right, so we're going to use that pulp,
the carrot
from
pulp?
it, and I'm going to put in 2 cups, and this is,
and this is fresh pulp that you just made.
Exactly, exactly.
But you could store it for a little while, couldn't you?
Yes, you could.
In the refrigerator or freezer?
Yes, yes. Doesn't have to be done all at once.
2 cups of carrot pulp.
I'm going to loosen this up a little bit so that it'll come in. I packed it in, and that's how you want to store it, packing it.
And you just store it in ball jars, but it could be in a
bowl or anything that'll have a nice cover.
You
want to make sure it has a cover, though, because you want to make sure that you're not going to let some of that juice be out of it. Because we cheated a little bit with that less in the beginning. I'm going to put a little more in here.
And you use this pulp all the time when
yes, I do.
Cooking. You probably have lots of recipes for using the pulp.
Indeed.
Okay, so we've used 2 cups of the carrot pulp, and now we're going to use...
Well, we're going to put in this mango. Now, the mango, I dehydrated the mango, and then we're going to rehydrate the mango, and I thought that would be a nice one too, showing like the juice from it. So that's where that came from. That's that mango
juice. And there's a little pulp down in there, but a fine pulp.
Exactly.
This is a more coarse pulp.
Exactly. And so then I'm going to take that because we don't want to waste anything.
Okay, we're going to have to move along. So, but this is 1 cup of the mango or 2?
We're going to do 3 cups of this.
Okay, so we need to move along.
Okay.
That almost looks like 3 cups in the whole jar. And so the mangoes, you dehydrated these, but they look wet, so
yes,
they're in a little liquid.
So they're rehydrated when we made that water.
Okay. And 3 cups of the mangoes. That looks good. They don't look as orange as mangoes usually are.
Yeah, now some of them are, and some of them aren't. There's spices in some of them when they're dehydrated.
And now you're going to pulse.
I'm going to actually just run this.
Okay, and so the other ingredients are going to be
put in afterwards. I'm going to put those in after. We're going to just kind of dough this.
We got to move along.
Okay.
We might. And so the other ingredients are going to be the spices and the nut butter.
And then I'm going to add this to it.
This is oat
But
ground.
I'm just gonna add these oat groats to it because we're gonna pulse these in. Because you want it to have a little bit of chunkiness. We're adding back in the fiber.
Okay.
This is the nut butter.
Nut butter, which is raw almond nut butter. It looks coarse too. It looks like it has chunks of almonds.
I'm gonna just add in a pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt and a little bit of spices, right? And a little bit of cinnamon, which you could use other spices too, I'm sure. Nutmeg, cardamom.
It's also nice with like the apple pie spice. And so we're just going to pulse this.
Okay. Okay, and this is just mixing it all well. So this is actually a raw pudding.
Yes, it is.
So it's not, there's nothing cooked about it. All right, and now we're going to put it into serving platter.
We're going to put it in this bowl.
And oh, we're going to put it in the bowl because we are almost out of time. So after this step, you would probably
We're just going to make those candied nuts,
and
and then we will top them with that, and we'll have that
probably
finished.
not going to be able to do that, but we're probably just going to be
We're
able
gonna
to
put the
talk
nut-
about it. Putting
and-
the nut butter, we would create these candied nuts, which you have pecans and some flaxseed and a little bit of oil, and we would top it with that, and that would add
And I'm
some.
just going to put those on top of it,
Okay.
so that you can see it.
But so another option would be to candy them and make
have
them just
them
a little
just
bit
ready.
fancier.
And we're just going to put these on top of there, and they have a little coconut on
I
there
see
too.
that. Well, you know, I have to always taste something at the very end because that's my job, and I do it well. So I'm going to taste this, and oh, that is delicious. Olive, thank you for being here today and talking to
joy.
us about using pulp.
My joy.
We will see you next time in Orange County's Kitchen.